move on into this game 2, Black Bulls taking on Meta.
Honestly, looking back at it, the late game for the Black Bulls isn't that bad. The only thing that I feel like is you know, making me still choose Meta in that late game is the fact that the Atlas will not have any engage potential, right? With the Diggy, it's just really tough. Time Journey gonna be up every single time. It's just tough if you're the Atlas here. You know, you really need to look for that crazy pick. You need to look for the awkward timings to actually catch Meta off. And we've seen Six just been so, he's been so on point on the Estes. I think he can be even more on point on this Diggy. But look, in the bottom side, we can already see a gank here for the Black Bulls. Already a change of pace as they go for the gold lane first. Sirius caught will be forced to use the sprint early on. Kale will have the advantage in the early game. This is what Meta wanted to do with the pop ball. Try to get that early game advantage, but because of that roam, Kale gonna have a good time there.
Yeah, is able to get away there. And as you were saying that, like, it is going to be a little harder for Black Bulls here. And you do see Bombi coming in here onto Cirrus.
Yeah, no sprint, but Six just uses the reverse time, brings Kale back so that there's no more pressure on to his gold laner. But Bombi, again, the farming, right? He clears waves super fast, clears the jungle very, very fast. We'll be able to have a little bit more pressure on the neutral objectives compared to Howl on the Julian with the lethal counter. In the mid lane, though, we're already seeing Mikasa, again, winning on these trades against the Xavier. On the Lunox, that's pretty strange, right?
Yeah, and it is a little strange here, and we do see a big focus here on this gold lane right here. Like, Bombi has not left it since he came down here. He is not going to be able to pick up that gold crab there, and I believe right now, I mean, we have 3 seconds for this turtle, and definitely trying to see who is going to go for it or what the plan is here as we start in this engagement in the mid lane.
Oh man, again, Howl with enhanced chain able to catch Bombi. That Mystic Field actually immobilizing Howl. Falling Simon onto Annie. He will not lose his life. The save as the Dawning Light does not connect. It's turned around by Meta. Oh my goodness. Annie 1 HP away. And Meta, again, somehow they stay composed. In the bottom side though, Kale QT finds a kill. So it is traded somewhere on the map. Black Bull still with a slight gold lead.
Well, I mean, it's demoralizing once you have what you think is a perfect, easy kill. Anna's disengaging, and just the foresight to turn right as that Dawning Light is going to come out. And so avoiding the kill there, and and able to pick up the turtle.
Yeah, now Black Bulls are in full control in the early stage of the game, right? The bottom side, the lane that they supposedly should be the weak side of the map for them, is winning. Kale right now in that gold lane, so much farm just being funneled into it. Even the jungle creeps here being funneled over to him in that gold lane. The thing is, they're always putting so many members down below. It's hard for Meta to look for any, kill pressure, maybe even dive pressure. There's no way they can do that. Bombi already rotating again, opening up the map as that's gonna be serious. Trying to go for the bottom Koopa, stunning Bombi up. That's low, taken low. He goes in for the perfect match, finds the fatal lanes, but gets bursted down before it even connects. Now Bombi caught. Howl looking for the re-engage under the turret. Mikasa gonna get taken low. Dawning Light to finish him up. Howl still able to get out, maneuver out of that turret. It is a 1-for-1, but the Mystic Field almost just silences Howl there. Oh my god, almost a kill, but Kale still under that turret. Annie though, he's looking for it. He's going in, sprint instantaneously onto Kale. The Mystic Field is there, but he's still gonna get taken down. Annie looking for more. Reverse time put onto low. Both teams finally disengage, but look at the gold. It's back on the side of Meta.
Yeah, it's just an amazing play down there as well. I mean, keeping it, Black Bulls had a decent attempt there. Maybe not the fight I would have taken there, but you do see Brilliance getting activated in mid lane as Mikasa is able to safely disengage there. But as I was saying, like they are trying to force some of these fights here. I think that was like about a 3v4 fight here. It wasn't really in Black Bulls' hands from the beginning there, and unfortunately, it just got worse as they all started kind of colliding together and forcing their way down there.
Yeah, initially it was already really good, right? They were able to get a 1-for-1 mid lane traded for Roamer, but I guess they kind of stayed too long. Meanwhile, in the mid lane though, Bombi finds a pick on it to Howl, so that's another free turtle that should go to the hands of the Black Bulls. Sam also clearing out the waves. It's really tough for meta to look for any neutral objective control in this early stage of the game. We kind of predicted that, but it's been very dominant, right? Black Bull is not giving a single opportunity. Bummy doesn't have the retribution. We'll still be able to pick it up in the mid lane, though so much damage by Mikasa. At this point, if he pops off on the Lunox, I won't even be surprised, right? Bummy coming in, dishing out some damage, has the lethal counter now to put on some pressure. Dawning Light with the lethal counter doesn't take Mikasa down, but will push him away, force him to recall. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Sirius goes in for the turret. Loaf unable to connect that perfect match onto anyone, and Sirius will just be able to back off.
So the difference here from last game is still Black Bull's able to go ahead and latch onto these early objectives, but meta is not getting as much value on the other side of the map as they used to. And Black Bull's definitely more prepared this time for those anti-objective pushes, I want to call them. Oh, a little bit of engagement here on the Bomby.
The Fatal Links connects there, but again, the time journey perfectly timed by meta. That's gonna be low taken down. Enhanced chain onto Kale, and that's a kill picked up by Sirius. Meanwhile, in the back line, Mikasa and Annie always pressuring, forcing again Paul to back off. Now with no pressure on the board, even the mid lane, Sam is gonna be able to clear it out, but they pick up the turret in the bottom side, converting on these objectives, and they're looking for that mid lane turret. With this pop ball, they're just gonna be able to shred through it, man. It's not even gonna be a question whether or not they're gonna get this. A free turret once again for meta, 2-0.
Man, it's just so amazing, too, because Black Bull's not doing what they're supposed to here. You see this little engagement here. Bobby comes in there, and the Fatal Links comes in, but that time journey is activated and stops it, prevents it, and they just go running wild onto the Black Bulls there. And now up at top turret, probably looking to go down now, too.
It's just so tough if you're Black Bulls, right? The fact that you picked up the Atlas before you saw the Diggy, before you tried, before you banned the Diggy, it was a gamble, but they were willing to take it. Now Annie, though, he's gonna get bursted down in bottom side. Annie looking for that kill onto Kale, will not be able to find it. Does lifesteal, does sustain for a little bit, but will fall in the end. This gives the opportunity, though, to meta to look for the trade. I don't think they're gonna be able to get this, though, with Paul pinning Howl down with a Mystic Field. Sam QT joins up, and Howl, yeah, he's taking very low. Dawning Light as well, he's still going for it. That's gonna be the enhanced sword. He goes in for Retribution, but Balmy takes the turtle with a lethal counter. Sirius jumping into the back line as Loaf, once again, will not be able to connect on the Fatal Links. Mikasa free hitting, but Black Bulls, they secured a third turtle of this game. All turtles going to the hands of the Black Bulls, but again, look at the gold. It's still meta who has the gold lead, even though the neutral objective control has been 100% Black Bulls.
Yeah, and that just speaks to the farming ability and objective, well, not objective, but like farming focus of meta. If they're just going to ignore the objectives, they know that they need to keep on farming. And way for Howl to thread the needle up there, take it to like a sneeze of death and still able to get away, like just dancing there as well, too, trying to put as much as he can before he knew he had to exit.
Well, Loaf, yeah, as you can see now, it's starting to get really frustrating, man, for Loaf, right? Every time he looks for a perfect match, 6 is always there. He's always there. He's always waiting. He's always rotating, matching Loaf's rotation as well. So every time Loaf goes in for the perfect match now, he's forced to back up. That's strange to see. You don't want your Atlas to do that, but at this stage of the game, they can't really look for anything aside from that. Loaf, once again, goes in for the perfect match, stunning Howl up. He has the Fatal Links, but he's not going to be able to use it because the time journey is still available. Mikasa goes in, and Annie with a follow-up. Mikasa flickers forward. He will fall there, but you will find Paul first, and Annie does so much damage. Goes in onto Kale. 6 now in the back line, still helping him trying to escape, but it is going to be a 2-for-2 trade. I think this favors the Black Bulls.
Yeah, they did get a little bit of a breathing room here, able to take down 2 members. I mean, they tied it right here, 2-2, trade for 2-2 there, right there. But like, you're so right. As soon as like, I mean, there's nothing he can do, even reacting as in his final moments to pull off that the Fatal Links there. I mean, he is just not able to use that when he wants to, and there needs to be a plan, something to possibly bait this out from the Diggy if you have hopes for the rest of this match.
But this is where we can actually see a hole in meta's composition, right? A hole that maybe Black Bulls can exploit here as we enter the mid stage of the game over to the late stages of the game. in these prolonged team fights, it is actually going to favor Kale on this carry and obviously Paul on the Xavier. They can really just spam abilities, whereas Meta, once they use their burst damage, it's going to be really tough. Bombi tries to look for an opening there to clear out, to go for the Lord, but he's going to get stunned up by Sirius, who pops in the sprint, forcing him to back away. Kale can't even go for the orange buff. He doesn't get it here. Let's see if Annie can steal it away. He does, and Black Bulls once again on the back foot with the Lord marching down that top side. Meta are going to look for the siege.
Yeah, and honestly, at this point, you're kind of waiting for Meta to make a mistake. They did last time. They got a little over-eager, and this is where they're going to need to capitalize right now, because right now it's so dominant. We do see a flicker coming out there. Loaf does come in, is not able to catch anybody there, as we do have the Lord kind of stalled a little bit, is going to be coming up onto that top lane, but minions crashing at mid and bottom right now.
As an Atlas player, you're going to be so frustrated to see this, right? When Sam goes in for that Falling Storm, when catching 4 members, it's just like, yeah, I want to go for the Fatal Links, but the thing is that Diggy, he's always just waiting for my ultimate, right? So at this point, Love is going to be useless, but wait, Sirius going to get bursted down instantaneously. Love looking for the Fatal Links, doesn't connect. There you go, the time journey once again. Bombi gets chained there, gets knocked up, and he's doing so much damage, and Low falls as well. They're actually winning out of the prolonged team fight. Kale and Paul, relatively untouched. Kale gets knocked up there, but again, it's Meta winning out on the trades 2 for 1, only losing Sirius.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, the prolonged team fights, and then Mikasa comes in, says, hold my beer, goes in there and is able to regen and take down some members of Black Bulls. I mean, this, what do you do if you're Black Bulls here? Look at how much, I mean, they're going in, they're trying to prolong this, trying to dance even at their towers, and Meta is still coming out on top.
6 is so annoying, man. Let's be honest, right? 6 is just so annoying. You can even see it. Even without the time journey, he used it already. He's still very useful, but not. He's just using the time bombs just to zone the backline away, right? Paul, Kale, every time they try to hit the members of Meta, they're always getting harassed there, right? But here again, Bombi gets chunked to a quarter of his HP. The conceal needs to be popped defensively, and you can only see Loaf again. He's looking for those picks, man. He's looking for the awkward timing, but 6, he's just always waiting for that. He's so annoying on this Diggy, man.
Yeah, annoying, and just such a great placement by him too. He's always in the back, never getting too close. We do see Mikasa diving in, able to take down Paul.
Mikasa again and again. He's able to find Paul here against 4 members. He just jumps in, does the Ruby DD combos. That's the mid lane turret taken down. Enhanced chain over Kale, gonna get knocked up. Sam taken very low. Mikasa's looking for the kills, and he runs him down. He has to sprint in 1 second. He will pop it instantaneously, and that might just be the kill taken over. Yep, Esmeralda running over to Mikasa will be forced to back up. Bombi tries to clear up the waves, will fall, and this is going to be a 12-minute game. 2-0 for Meta. Again, truly the new meta of NA.